And we are live. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Naked Truth broadcast. You got Daisha here coming to you from Hayward, Idaho, joined by my amazing co-host, Angeline. Angeline, want to say hello and where you are tuning in from?
Yes, guys, my name is Angelina, and I'm tuning in from Saratoga Springs, New York.
Awesome. We appreciate every single one of you guys showing up here today, whether you're on the replay, whether you're on the live. Please make sure you drop something in the comments below. That way we can give you a shout out for spending a little bit of time with us here today. Now, if this is your first time jumping on any type of these Naked Truth broadcasts, do me a favor and drop in the comments below #new. That way we can give you a proper shout out. And we appreciate you guys so much. So me and Angeline don't like to waste any time. As you guys jump on and do say hi, we will give you a shout out on the live video. But we don't like to waste any time. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Sound good?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. So guys, just a quick disclaimer, we are not a registered financial service provider. The information shared in this document is not to be considered as financial advice. We are merely sharing our personal experience of this opportunity. There is no guarantee that you will experience any or the same results. So please take time to read our terms and conditions available on our website if you do end up signing up. So before we do get started, we did want to mention we are going to be giving a couple of giveaways here, right? Just for joining this broadcast. If you come inside of the A&D Crypto Club, it will be tagged in the video above as well. You'll be able to get the free time management guide that I recently created for everyone. And the second thing is we are going to be giving a free clarity call. This is a $300 value. It's basically where me and Angeline, we jump on a phone call with you, right? And we basically break down, what is your vision? What are your goals? What steps do you need to take to get you from where you are now to where you want to be? So we're going to be selecting one person for that. At the end of the broadcast, we're going to be giving away a keyword. The first person to drop that keyword in the comments section below will basically win the free clarity call. So with that being said, let's go to get into this. In this broadcast, we're going to be going over a few things. First off, what is Bitcoin and 3 different ways to make money with Bitcoin, how you can obtain a free marketing course just for learning how to trade cryptocurrency, how to learn with us and our unique pass-up system, our weekly chat on how we provide duplication and mindset training, and then also you're going to be able to meet one of the owners, possibly both of them, here on this broadcast today, so you can personally ask your questions to the owners of the company before joining us. So what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is basically a cryptocurrency or digital currency. There's a bunch of different cryptocurrencies out there. Is all of the other currencies, you can buy them, right? Some of them don't have actual super intense technology behind them, whereas Bitcoin is made up of 1 million bits, and each one of those bits can actually be programmed to do something certain. So for example, let's say that I was going to be sending $100 worth of Bitcoin over to Angeline. Now I wanted Angeline to have this $100, but I only wanted her to use it on healthcare, right? So if I send that over and I program one of those bits to where she can only use it on merchants that accept Bitcoin and only be used for healthcare, right? And she tries to go and spend it over at the grocery store or the dollar store, or spend it on food or whatever else. What will happen is I can program another one of those bits that if she tries to use it on anything else except for healthcare, it can automatically be sent back to me. And that's really the power behind Bitcoin, right? It's not just an amazing way for people to be able to make money. I mean, it's multiple millionaires for people that bought it back in 2010, right? But the cool thing is it's an actual piece of technology that can be utilized to our advantage. So what I'm going to do now is actually hand the floor over to Angeline, and she's going to explain the 3 different ways to make money with Bitcoin.
All right, guys, 3 ways to make money with Bitcoin. So are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Number 1, Bitcoin mining. So Bitcoin mining is the backbone of the Bitcoin network. So the role of miners is to secure the network and to process every Bitcoin transaction. Miners achieve this by solving a super complex problem, which allows them to chain together blocks of transactions, hence Bitcoin's famous blockchain. Number 2, hold Bitcoin. Okay.
Is it going?
No, now it is. Okay, holding Bitcoin. Here we go. Holding Bitcoin. So this is basically where you buy a portion of Bitcoin and hold on to it for a long period of time. Once the value of Bitcoin goes up, you make a profit. So for example, if you had bought one Bitcoin back in 2011, it would have been worth $1. If you had held on to that Bitcoin for the past 9 years, you would have gained over $39,000 in profit today. And actually, Bitcoin is now over $48,000, and it actually hit 50,000 early this morning. So
Which is
it's incredible.
yeah, just
So guys,
$1. If you had invested $1 back then, man, I wish I would have been there.
me too. Me
Victoria
too.
says yes, very new technology, of course. Can children join like in the courses? Yeah, of course. We actually had a 17-year-old kid down in South Africa that had just gotten a certification for taking one of the courses down there. So yeah, I mean, kids can definitely join within the courses. You as the parent, though, of course, would have to buy into it because they do have to be over the age of 18. All right. Number 3.
Number 3 is number 3.
They're not loading on your side?
No. Now it is trading. That's what I thought. Okay, trading. Okay. So what is trading Bitcoin? So Bitcoin trading is the buying and selling of Bitcoin. So to really break it down, buying Bitcoin at a low price means that you pay a low amount of fiat currency for a high amount of Bitcoin. Selling Bitcoin at a high price means that you receive a high amount of fiat currency for a low amount of Bitcoin. So how did each of these work?
So how each of these work here. So how do we hold Bitcoin? So this is actually a really simple process. You can complete it within 3 steps, right? You don't have to buy into any type of course to be able to do this. All you have to do is obtain a Bitcoin wallet like Coinbase. That's one of the most popular ones out there. Then you have to go through what's called the KYC, which is basically getting approved, right? This is basically where you make sure that you are a real person. It's taking a picture of your photo ID, proof of address, things like that, just so they're complying with all the legal things that are with that. The last step of it is basically just to buy Bitcoin, right? So after you have been approved to be able to buy it, you go ahead and click that button, you buy into Bitcoin within that wallet, and then you just hold on to that Bitcoin until it reaches a higher amount, right? Like we were saying back in 2010, you had bought that $1 in Bitcoin, waited over the last 10, 11 years to be able to get that profit, it would have been over $49,000 in profit today. That's just insane to me. So how do we mine Bitcoin? So mining Bitcoin is just like a bank, right? With banks, they have a computer system that they run to approve transactions and transfers from bank to bank, right? These systems also hold all of your account information. When a bank system is used, they gain a small profit off of each transaction. Usually, card, go over to Walmart and you want to buy some food and you swipe your card. Every single time that you swipe your card, the bank is getting a small portion of the transaction. When you have that going around all around the world, right? Because banks are literally all around the world, it equals up to a pretty hefty amount. So on average, they earn about $250 billion each day. And this is information that you guys can actually research on your own. When I found out this information, I was like, holy crap. If you could just get a small portion off that, wouldn't that be amazing? Basically what mining does, right? Miners have computer systems that approve all the transactions of buying and selling and sending Bitcoin, and the miners get a percentage off of each transaction. So if you're wanting to get into some type of mining, you're going to need to find a company, right, where you're able to invest in and pay for their systems to run, or you can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy your own systems, right? Next, how do we trade Bitcoin? So there's actually 2 different ways for this. One is learning how to trade for yourself. Now, there has been people that have done this, right? It's just that it takes a little bit of time, right? Because you have to research everything on your own. You have to go through on how to do it. You have to go through trial and error, right? And oftentimes people will take up like double the amount of time, right? Being able to do it this way. And they usually lose a lot more money instead of going the second route, which is basically learning to trade from someone else who has already seen success. So there's like a bunch of different courses where you can buy them, right? They'll show you how to trade and all of that different stuff. But with that being said, there's also a lot of scams out there, right? And it can be really hard to know who you trust, right? So the one that we would recommend for us, right? It's the one that we go through is the one that was created by our personal friends. And the reason that we're actually here today, and that is CoinBitPro. So Angeline, you want to go ahead and explain a little bit about CoinBitPro? Oh, did it load?
Okay. I'm unmuted now. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so about CoinBitPro. So CoinBitPro is an online education company specializing in cryptocurrency trading courses. CBP was established in 2019 and has members in over 60 countries. There have been several success stories whereby members have benefited tremendously from the content inside our courses and were able to trade cryptocurrency independently and successfully within days of completing our course. And why do we choose CoinBitPro? So the reason, we personally know the owners and have daily contact with them. They will also take you by the hand and walk you through step by step to ensure your success. And I know this firsthand because I had the pleasure of meeting Lucian and Bradley, the owners, a year and a half ago in September for the CoinBitPro 1.0 launch event. And I was actually, well, Lucian picked me up in the company car. So that was truly amazing, you know? So, and we actually worked together for a couple of hours, so it was great. We have seen our personal friends gain massive success with the training. We have personally seen results ourselves from the company, and they have a very high quality affiliate program, which is not required to do, but the affiliate program is really amazing. That I can tell you. So.
And we will explain that affiliate program for those of you that do want to be an affiliate. We're going to be explaining everything inside of the courses as well. So let's actually bring on one of the owners here right now so that we can just ask them a few questions. You guys can meet them, see who they are, and really kind of recognize kind of the value of being a part of this. So, Mr. Lucian.
Lucian is in the building.
Ladies, how are you doing? How are you doing? Great to be here.
Very good. How about yourself?
So really quick.
All good.
The audience, can you introduce yourself, who you are, where you're coming in from, and kind of just a little bit about you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, thanks for having me here. And it's evening for us, and it's Lucian Godfrey calling in from Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I'm one of the co-founders of CoinBitPro that was founded in 2019. And like you guys have explained, that we are an educational platform where we teach others on how to safely get involved with trading.
Awesome. Well, I love it. I love it. So just a little bit about you. You live in South Africa with you and your wife, and you have kids as well?
Yes, of course. I'm married. I've got 4 kids, and I would say that they were actually the driving force to me actually getting started in this journey. Yes, I was excited when my friend, he came. He was actually a rugby player at the time, 2016, and he traveled to Amsterdam, and he learned there about Bitcoin. He came and told me, and I actually saw this as a way when I started to understand it, that I'm actually, as a father, I wanted to spend more time with my family, my kids, etc. So back then, the goal was to make an extra $1,000 so I can actually work from home. But 3 years later, I can actually say 3 years ago, I was able to actually walk away from it. And now, with the help of you guys, we are spreading this all across the globe.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being on here, taking the time out of your busy day. We just appreciate you so much. And I love that you were explaining about your family, because one of the things that we want to do on this broadcast is really showcase how, even though you're the owner of the company, you're really just a regular person really trying to make a difference in the world. So with that being said, I actually want to ask you, you kind of explained it a little bit as to why you guys started CoinBitPro, because I feel like there's always like a problem that usually stands out to people before they start up their own company. So why did you start it?
Well, basically, when I got started, guys, there was so much going on, and so much negativity, and you can almost be shy to say that, no, I'm actually involved with Bitcoin, or I own some Bitcoin, etc., because there were so many people ripping others off. And as a result, I actually made I made a pledge, basically, to educate more and more people about how they can actually safely get involved. And it actually started taking more and more of my time. And eventually people were actually willing to actually pay me to actually help them. And as a result, I got introduced to commissions, etc. So back then we could only actually help a certain amount of people, and eventually 2019 we actually realized that, you know what, since Forbes at the time, Forbes actually mentioned that over the next decade, over the next decade, yes, about 70 million people will be going online to learn how to actually work from home and make money working from your laptop, your phone, etc. And we realized, you know what, the problem that we are solving is quite a major problem, because we need to prepare for that 70 million people. But back then, we didn't know that Corona is going to hit us in 2020. So it didn't take a decade for all of these people to flock online. However, we were prepared because we launched an online program where we actually are now able to assist more people. We are basically over 60 countries globally. So we are not as yet in every corner of the world, but we are looking forward to actually say that we are just as famous as Coca-Cola. So I still get the calls these days from people. In fact, last week I actually felt a bit bad when a friend of mine, when he called me up and he said, you know what, can you just help me here? Am I on the right way? And I told him, you know what, you've been scammed. But he sent me a message 5 days ago via Messenger. He didn't have my phone number, so he couldn't get to me. He didn't want to wait for my opinion, and I had to break it down to him. So that is one of the reasons why actually we started CoinBitPro, so we can actually help more and more people more faster, because through automation and through the modules, etc., and through guys like yourselves all across the world helping us to actually spread this message. Because if, irrespective of whether the person is in your city or is in your country or not, but if that person is actually losing out on anything, it's actually a sin to mankind. So one feels for each and every person. So we're just trying to solve this problem, and together we are winning. You're on mute.
Unmute.
There we go. All right. So guys, kind of just an overview of that, because I really loved what he shared there. So guys, he's seen a problem, right? This wasn't something that he had to do, but he was seeing the value around Bitcoin of trading, right? And then he started noticing people were shy to be able to say that they own Bitcoin. Like, that should be something that you're excited to be able to share about, right? So being able to find that problem and just started helping people. He probably didn't even know at first, oh yeah, like I'm going to be the owner of the company one day and try and being able to be in over 60 countries, right? He probably didn't think of that at first, right? His goal was to be, there we go. His goal was to be able to really just help other people, right? And that's what I really want you guys to focus on. It's one thing that we say all the time. Don't just chase the money, right? Chase the value. That's what this is about. It's the value. It's the information. It's the skill set that you get to learn that no one else can take away from you. All right. So Lucian, thank you so much for that. Angela, you want to go ahead and jump into the next question?
Yes, absolutely. So Lucian, I just want to ask you the next question. So most people are scared to do their first trade or make their first purchase of Bitcoin. So when you first started getting into cryptocurrency, were you scared as well?
Oh yes, I can still remember it like it was yesterday when at the time Michael Bernard, the guy I told you about, the professional rugby player, when he told me about it, I was super scared, but I was also quite intrigued by how a currency can actually appreciate in value, because we are used to deflationary currencies. But yes, it took me longer to actually do transactions. In the beginning, I made super sure, but eventually I got hold of what it's actually about. And yeah, today I can confidently say, it's actually a process to go through. And therefore, in our program, you guys are actually the first to hear this. My partner is not here, but you are the first to hear this, guys, and it's no longer a secret. You know what?
He's here.
Oh yes, Welcome. And we are breaking this news together. So this, besides the current educational modules that you have in your back office, this month we are adding additional information where we can actually break it down for the absolute newbie who don't even know what the meaning is of blockchain. So yeah, so we're excited to actually share that with you guys.
Oh my gosh, guys, that is exciting. So on the podcast, guys, you're hearing it here first. That's just exciting in its own. We get to be the first to know. Guys, so CoinBitPro, I feel like it's already a completely valuable course. I learned so much. I feel like I'm really starting to be able to learn the charts. I've been doing my trades. I did 2% trades yesterday. Like, so I feel like it's just valuable information. The fact that they're adding even more into it, right, is just, it's mind-blowing. So I'm just excited. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys are doing. All right, awesome. So next question that I have, let's go ahead and ask Bradley this one here.
Okay.
Hey guys.
He has his glasses on. He must be driving back. Don't drive while you're.
I can't see without my glasses when I drive.
I love it. So real quick here, Bradley, before starting the company, and thank you again for jumping on here. I know you're probably busy right now and it's nighttime where you are. Where were you guys before CoinBitPro, right? Lucian had already kind of explained how you guys, like, why you guys started up the company and everything else. But where were you personally before CoinBitPro? Like, what business were you working in? What were your plans? Were you thinking CoinBitPro was like your ultimate like goal in the future? Where were you at?
He's muted.
You're muted.
No, he's mute. Hold on, I can unmute.
All right, awesome. That's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy, so thank you so much for having me on the call. I'm still on the road. Yeah, anyways, just to get to the question, it's been a crazy, insane day. Before CoinBitPro, I think, well, still I've got a portfolio of business that I run. Some is in real estate. I used to have a real estate franchise in South Africa, and that's something that I've been building for a long time. I've managed to build it where I'm no longer involved in it. It's still operating. So I've been in the property scene for a while, and then I've moved over to network marketing. That's where where I started learning about building teams, building business online. And that for me was the craziest part, like sitting on your phone driving. Right now, the markets are going crazy. My business is running online, and we're still making money. So before that, we've really been busy with, whatever. And I think when you live in South Africa, you're born in South Africa, you have to do a multiple. Lucian, just help me. What is a bundle things? A bundle goede.
Yes, things. Multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams of income. My English is not with me, guys, tonight. Just bear with me. But you have to have multiple streams of income. And I think that's where we really started building multiple businesses. And so far, so good. And then with CoinBitPro is the exciting part, because this is like our baby. We started 2 years ago. I mean, to grow this company internationally into, I think, 72. This was the last time I checked, 72 countries. With over 45,000 people buying our products. That, I think, has been the exciting part, that anything is possible. Anything is possible. And look, business is like this. Anything can happen. Today, you might have a good day. Tomorrow, boom, you get knocked up from under your feet. You find yourself in a space where you have to just, kill the fires and do damage control. That's what business is. And I think that's the thrill that I like. Coming out of a situation where, something didn't work. Business didn't work. The business failed. And now you have to pick yourself up again. And that has to do with mentality. And I mean, Daisha and Angie, you guys know. You guys are the gurus. You're the fundis. In South Africa, I would say you are the lanis of mindset. You can literally tell somebody that's depressed, and the next day they will go out there and start their business.
Man,
so salute to you guys. Yeah, I know I came late. It looks like I'm taking over the show.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Not at all. So you did a bunch of different business ventures before going into CoinBitPro. And we had already asked Lucy on this, but I wanted to ask you as well. What was your driving force? Like, what was the reason that you felt that you wanted to start up CoinBitPro?
My personal, this is like before we knew what CoinBitPro was going to be like and how it's going to turn out. My personal motivation was my family and the fact that I come from corporate jobs and businesses. I know what it takes to run a business. I know how much energy and time it takes. You know, and for me, the one day that really stood out for me is when my son was born. I was in a job. I was actually at the car rentals and I couldn't be there for my son. That was the biggest thing that drove me to business. And then the same thing happened when my daughter was born. I'm no longer working for somebody. I'm now working for myself in my own business, but I still don't have time to look after my daughter. And this cycle, I decided I need to break this because even in a job, even in your conventional business, your kids are growing up so fast. You turn around, they are 10 years old. You know, you look again, they eat the entire fridge empty. You know, that's how quickly they grow up. And that for me was a driving factor that I cannot be somewhere for 8 hours, 10 hours a day, come back, spend 2 hours with my kids and then fall asleep. I think that's where the online space came into in my mind. That's where online came in. And that's where CoinBitPro was really one of the companies and the products that we brought that was the first one. And it's not going to be the last one because what we have in store or planned, you know, with multiple products coming out, it's crazy. We've tasted, and to end off the question, we've tasted the excitement, we've tasted the pleasure, we've tasted the enjoyment of having to spend an entire day with your family while your business works for you. You know, while you pick up your phone, you spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour on your phone, you got 10 hours with your family. That for me was my driving force when we really got into the online space.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, Bradley. That's the thing, guys. Again, we wanted to showcase like these guys, they're just normal guys, right? They're normal like me and you, really just wanting to make a change, wanting to make a difference in the world and for you, right? So thank you guys so much for jumping on again. Angeline, you want to ask one of the last questions? Oh, Angeline, I think you're muted.
See, when Bradley talks, I mute myself. Okay. Bradley talks. Everybody listen. No interruption.
I love it. Love it.
Okay, no problem. So, all right. So, Lucian, so last question I want to ask you. So, before we get into how people can get signed up and have you answer a couple of questions, why do you feel that now is the best time to get into crypto rather than later?
Angie, most people would think I didn't get involved back in 2009 or 10, and maybe it's too late at this point of time. But same as each and every person out there, we don't use the same phone for 5 or 10 years. So there are newer projects coming out in the blockchain space, but Bitcoin is still the ultimate. And at the end of the day, we can actually, we haven't even actually gotten started in this industry. We only see now that PayPal, Tesla are getting in. So it's just the beginning, guys. So yes, since I got started back in 2016, one Bitcoin was only $450 US. It has grown over 10,000% since then in less than 5 years. But there are still a lot of opportunity in this. And I trust that this will actually, this is not the future, it's actually the present, because at the end of the day, fiat doesn't serve us so well anymore.
Amen to that. And one thing I want to say on that, guys, as well. Yes, this had like what, $50,000 jump, right?
Yeah.
In price over the last 10, 11 years. They're expecting that it's going to be hitting like over $100,000 within the next just couple of years. Like some investors are predicting even by the end of this year. So guys, don't think that just because you didn't get in then, that you didn't get in at the best time. I honestly, me personally, just based off of everything that I've learned from you guys and everything that I've been researching from other investors, I honestly feel like now is one of the best times to be able to get in. It may have been like the start back in 2010, but now is literally the best time to get in. So guys, if you guys have questions for Lucian and Bradley, please make sure to drop them in the comments section below. If you have any other questions for them, and as we're waiting for those to flow through, Bradley and Lucian, I'm actually going to take you guys out for a moment while we're waiting for questions to flow through, and I'm going to actually show people the compensation plan, how they can get started with us really quick here.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you.
All righty. So let me go and share my screen here again. Oh. Here we go. All right. All right. So how will we be providing duplication, and how do you gain a free marketing course like we were talking about at the beginning of this broadcast? So me and Angeline, when we got into CoinBitPro, we were really getting in just because we personally know the owners. We found value in being able to learn the skill set of trading ourselves, right? And of course, we love their compensation plan that I'm going to be explaining here in just a moment. But one thing that we also noticed is that people sometimes struggle with learning how to market, right? People struggle with the accountability, right? Even if they do buy a course, sometimes they don't always go through it. So what we did is we started doing 3-day-a-week calls. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, me and Angeline, we jump on a call with our entire team that join under our A&D team, and we basically just go through the training together. We go through the training, we do an overview of it, we make sure that you guys understand it, you're able to ask questions live with us, and then along with that, I had actually created a Facebook marketing course called Virtual Vipers. Basically, if you come in at the pro level, you're able to get my Facebook marketing training for free. It's a $600 value, guys, and you get it for free if you come in under the pro package. So that's how we'll be providing duplication and how to gain a free marketing course. Again, it's every Monday, Wednesday through Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On that, you're able to interact with us, and it's basically how you find quality people for whatever business you're in, right? It's shows you how you can actually go through the follow-up process in a very smooth way and an easy way to follow up with people rather than feeling like you're being pressuring on them. How to use a group to get signups for your prospects instead of like using a landing page or something else. There's landing pages and marketing tools available for you with CoinBitPro. But if you don't like using that type of stuff and you just want to use a Facebook group, we have a way that you can do that inside of our marketing course. How do you write up a post to get the most engagement? So we walk you through our actual process of copywriting. We do a total breakdown of the Facebook algorithm, and I also give you my Facebook algorithm hacker for free as well, which is basically a step-by-step daily action steps to make sure that you are able to boost up your engagement on Facebook, right? So how do you get started, and what is the compensation plan for affiliates? So you guys have two options, right? Once you get the link from whoever invited you to this broadcast, and please, please, please don't just go over to the website. Reach out to the person who invited you to this broadcast, because we want to make sure that each person gets paid for their hard work, right? So you have two options. You can come in at the intro level, which the intro package is still amazing, right? I love this package. It basically shows you what Bitcoin is, what altcoins are. If you don't even know what altcoins are, the terminology, this course is definitely going to help you. It basically shows you what the charts are, kind of how to read them, how to execute your very first trade, and what to look for before investing into different altcoins. So yes, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's the new dog coin that's like super popular out there right now. But what are those other coins, right? What are the new ones that it's a coin that we actually want to invest in? And it has a few live calls as well with Bradley and Lucian going through the charts and everything else too. The $500 package here is really the one that we would recommend. So the $500 package includes everything, right, inside of crypto intro, but it also gives you the advanced training course, the marketing system, sales videos, all of that. And with both, you get the license to resell, right? So if you want to do the affiliate side, every single time that you sell the $150 package, you get $100 instant commission straight to your Bitcoin wallet. With the $500 package, if you sell that to someone, you get $350 instantly into your Bitcoin wallet. Now that's sometimes people only make $350 every 2 weeks. My sister works at a fast food restaurant. She makes $250 every 2 weeks. If you just sold one of those courses, that's like 2 weeks worth of money for some people. So how does the compensation plan work? So this is our unique passive system. I love this system. When I first thought of it, I was like, well, this is kind of weird. But after experiencing it, it's actually really, really cool. So let's say that you're up here, right? And you have a Bitcoin wallet, right? And you decide that you're going to get John over here into your team. So then that's an automatic $100. with the pass up system, every second, fourth, and every fifth cell after that is a pass up. So John gets in, that goes to you. Mary gets in, that goes up to your sponsor, right? David gets in, that goes to you. And then Renee gets in, that goes up to your sponsor. And then every 1, 2, 3, 4 cells after that go to you. That pass up, that fifth cell then goes up to your sponsor. Now, what is the value in this, right? A lot of people, when they first see this, they're like, Daisha, why would I want my pass ups to go up to my sponsor? I'm the one doing the work, right? But think about this. What if you were able to get John in, right? And now all of a sudden, John is here, right? He gets Michael over here in, right? And then he gets Mary in. Mary is now being passed up to you, right? And now Mary is on your team. That entire person gets passed up to you, right? So now let's say Mary is here. Mary gets John. Mary gets Renee, right? Renee now gets passed up to you as a person, and it continuously goes on for that over and over and over again. So eventually you're going to be like Bradley and Lucian, right? Or you're sitting there and all of a sudden you're seeing money rolling in from the work that you've done in the past of just building up a team. I really like this system as well because it really encourages for you to create a team and help out your team. Many companies out there that I've personally been in and been even scammed from, right? They're all about, oh, make those sales, make those sales. It doesn't matter what you got to do, make those sales, right? It kind of blows up your ego a little bit. With this system, I really feel like it just motivates me to make sure that my team is taken care of, because when they are taking care of other people, I get paid too. So I hope that basically explains the pass up system there and the way that you guys can get started. If you guys want to get started again, you go over to the website, click get started. You'll select one of these packages. It's going to take you through the sign up process, and you have to pay in Bitcoin, right? If you don't know how to do that, if you're confused on it, reach out to the person who invited you, reach out to me or Angeline. We'll make sure that you get taken care of. Again, we're like a family here, guys. And that's really what it's all about. So that is basically it for today's broadcast. Do we have any questions from anyone else for Lucian and Bradley? I don't see any questions. I think we covered everything, guys.
I think we did. We did it. Yes.
Man, all right. No questions.
Good job.
Awesome. All right. So, guys, if you do have any other questions, make sure to drop them in the comments section below. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway now for the free clarity call here. We can bring Lucian and Bradley back if we want to here. All right. So we're going to do the giveaway now. So what I want you guys to do is in the comments section, the very first person to drop the word, are you ready? Hashtag CoinBitPro. Again, that is hashtag CoinBitPro. The first person to drop that in the comments section below gets a free clarity call with me and Angeline. I'm going to go ahead and start the 30-second timer here now. We got 4 people on here, but no one dropped it below. So if you're watching the replay right now, guess what? You still have a chance to be able to win. So first person that we see to drop that clarity call in the comments section below, or hashtag CoinBitPro below, will receive that clarity call from me and Angeline. And guys, again, make sure to reach out to the person who invited you to this. And I hope to see you on our 3-day-a-week live calls. Angeline?
Okay. Time. Okay. Let's see. Let's just go through some of the comments here. Very exciting.
John Bradley, thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome to stay on. You're welcome to hop off. It's totally up to you. This is the end of the broadcast now. So we're just going to go through some comments.
Yeah. Okay. So Victoria, thanks for sharing. I will have a question inbox private. I guess that's for you, Daisha, right?
Yes.
Fine. Okay. So she's going to send you a private. What if not want to bring friends, just want myself grow, can do that?
Yeah,
so
you can definitely do that. Just learning, just going through the training, right? Like we said, the affiliate side is not required, right? That's only if you want to earn additional income on top of the income you'll be learning by learning the skill set of trading. That's a great question.
All right, let's see. Your mom is on.
Yes, Mama is on. Mizan says, very exciting. Time is valuable.
Ah, there's Mom.
Hey, Mama, thanks for jumping on here. Appreciate you so much.
Okay, so Victoria here, she goes, oh, wow, you are South Africa. Are you teaching in other states in Africa? Good question.
So you're in Port Elizabeth. You have your trainings anywhere else?
Yes, last week I was up in Pretoria, but still in South Africa. It's a city like over 1,000 kilometers from here. But we also just launched another team in Namibia. Now that's another country. So I'm hopefully soon actually going there.
That's super exciting, man. I can't wait for you to come to the US. Guys, I'm saying it, I'm speaking it into existence right now. A few years from now, I'm going to be hosting these trainings for CoinBitPro in the US.
Fantastic.
It's right now. All right. So I think that's it.
Let's see if we have any other.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, Victoria, 60 countries, not contests.
Countries on that. So she is deaf, so she's just reading the prompts at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, right. That's great. I'm glad that they did that.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot of people, they do feel scam. However, no, not scam. I can't explain it. What is the point? You need patience to understand the system well. If not, then not for me or other. Okay. Let me see. I think there's some other comments.
I think that's it.
It's like great. So good. Awesome.
All right, guys, that's it. Thank you again for joining us on this broadcast today. We will be on every single Tuesday here on my profile over on Angeline's YouTube channel, and inside of our A&D Crypto Club. So make sure to join us on any one of those platforms. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thanks so much.